Hello, my name is Martin, and this is Let's Play 3 Dead Z, and thank you for watching. 3 Dead Z is a puzzle platformer, guys, with zombies. You love zombies, don't you? I hope you're not tired of zombies, because there's going to be zombies. Did I mention the zombies? It released July 2014. It was developed and published by Squid Studios. You can go ahead and get 3 Dead Z on Steam for $5.99, and it's available on various other gaming websites. Now, in 3 Dead Z, you play Zed, a lab rat zombie. Basically, they're trying to domesticate to replace menial workers for cheap. And you get the idea where this is going. You break out, and then suddenly you're saving cats with tinfoil hats on their heads. As you can gather, the game doesn't really take itself too seriously, and to be honest with you, neither should you. As far as the genre goes, it's your standard puzzle platformer, but the spiel about the game is that you can change form into 3 different kinds of zombies that each have their own strengths and unique abilities and weaknesses. So let's get into it, shall I? I've been playing the game for about, I want to give it an hour or so. I'm going to play this level right here. I'm going to play one of the earlier on levels, just to give you an idea of what the game is overall like. Plus, I played this level, I know how to beat this level. And it'll give you a good idea of what the different kinds of challenges and different kinds of obstacles that you'll be facing in this game. So let's talk about what you're looking at right here. On the top left, you have my brains, which is representative of my health. Basically, depending on which zombie you are, you could lose more health depending on what hits you. We'll get more into that later. On the top right is the current zombie form that I am in. As if I hit my right button right here, my right bumper, I switch forms. And that's one thing that's important to note. The game does feature controller support and is heavily suggested that you play it with a controller, primarily an Xbox 360 controller. I'm not sure if the game really supports any other kind of controller. I got my Logitech to work by using a 360 CE. You can look it up. There's ways around that type of thing if you don't have a Xbox 360 controller. But yes, and there's an important reason that you're going to want to play this game with a controller. Is because the controls, they have a little bit of problems here and there, but we'll get into more of that a little bit later on. Each form, like I said, has its own strengths and weaknesses. This guy is kind of like your middleman. He can do a little bit of everything. He has a pretty good run speed. He can attack things. He can press buttons. He can push boxes, and is the first form that you're kind of introduced to. You do get all 3 forms basically from the start of the game, which is one thing I actually have to say that I do like quite a bit about 3 Dead Z. Is they don't play with it. They just give you everything at once and say, you know what, figure out how to beat all these levels with these 3 kinds of forms. And the levels designs are really fantastic. We'll talk about it a little bit more. This is your platforming guy, your platforming form. He is your fast guy. He can cling to walls and bounce off of them, and he can jump higher than anybody else. But because of that, he is by far the weakest form. He can basically be shot and killed in about 3 shots and he's dead. Whereas everybody else, like this form takes about 2 per brain, and this form takes a lot of bullets. Look at this beautiful creature right here. This form is by far your slowest form, but you're also, of course, your strongest form. She is hardy, she can break through stone walls, and she just is in general a good soldier killer. And that's kind of all the 3 forms, essentially. So let's go ahead and, for some reason, I don't know why cameras destroy laser beams, but that's what they do. So let's go ahead and move to the level. The entire objective of the game is to get to cats. Cats with tinfoil hats on their heads. Why? I'm not exactly 100% sure. Like I said, this guy can fight if he wants to. I'm not exactly 100% sure why he can also attack walls, but he'll take much longer to take it down than she would. The reason you're trying to get the cats with tinfoil hats on their heads is because it's a bit of a story element thing that I want to spoil it for you, but basically it's important. And to be honest with you, it's not really the focus of the game. There is checkpoints throughout the game, by the way, which is what that is right there. So if I were to die right now and get a giant orange splot on the walls, I would be basically respawn there at the zombie thumb up sign. And come over here, press that switch, and then smash all of that camera, which will give me access to this area now. Oh, and you can, of course, hilariously butcher people. But when they die, they leave a juicy, delicious brain behind, which can recharge your health. But to be honest with you, it's not that big a deal, because when you do die, like for instance, it recharges your health instantly. So it's not that important, especially near the beginning levels of the game. It only really matters if you don't die very often, basically, and you need to get your health recharged. But to be honest with you, if you die, you can just, start from where you were a little bit earlier on, or a checkpoint, and basically have at it again. It's a stress-free game. Which is what I like about the game. It doesn't take itself too seriously. It's just about relaxing, having fun, kind of being goofy, and making fun almost of the zombie genre. That's basically what it's exactly doing in this game. So I want to talk about the things I like about this game. The graphics. The graphics are fan-freaking-tastic. The art style, the way characters shriek in terror, and then beg you for your life, and then you're like, it's kind of hilarious. Oh, I'm being shot. The graphics, like I said, they're just humorful. They're funny. I like the level designs. They're fantastic. I think the level designs are pretty cool. They're very complicated, and they can get pretty, I should say, diverse. How about that? The music in the game is fantastic. The sound effects are on par and what you would expect with a zombie game. I'm going to eat this chick because I need the brain. There is voice acting in this game. There's like a little bit of an audio log type thing going on here. I'll let him talk.
Turns out whipping it doesn't work. Just whip it, they say. Whipped it real good. And turn in 8 units. Oh well, life goes on.
As you can see, yes, there's voice acting in the game, guys. The voice acting in the game is I wasn't really too terribly impressed with it, but it's not that big of a deal. It's not the pivotal aspect of the game. I think there's guards over here. Oh no, there's a machine. Okay, so I can just smash it. Okay. Like I said, there's different kinds of obstacle guys. There's buzzsaws, turrets, guards, lasers, elevators to a certain extent are their own adversity. And here's why, because as you the game is extremely sensitive about your character being crushed. Let's see if I can... Yep, there it goes. As you can see, I just died for absolutely no reason. And that's because the game basically has this thing about it's kind of your hitbox. It gets caught very easily on things, and then you instantly die. And I've had that happen to me a lot. You can get squished by elevators. You can get squished by corners very quickly, very easily. And I'm not sure if that was something that was done on purpose to like kind of infuriate you. Like I don't want to, well, what the hell? I don't want to give you another example. Well, I guess I'm going to have no choice. But basically, yeah, you kind of just can get caught on elevator corners and just the corners of things very easily, and you kind of die instantly. And then you have to go through whatever it is you were going in. So I can see how some people might get frustrated by that kind of thing. But again, I'm not sure if that was done on purpose or not. I want to say yes, it was. I think they were looking to perhaps maybe frustrate people a little tiny bit with that kind of thing. There are secrets in the game also, which is pretty cool, guys. And they're littered throughout all the levels. And sometimes they basically take some finagling, some thought to get access to. For instance, there is a secret over here, which we need to grab this file cabinet for. That is hilarious. That chick's running for her dear life. I want to... Ah, she dodged. Okay, that's fine. And basically, I'm going to get on top of this file cabinet over here and then jump into this area right here, which presents me with another guy with a crazy pot on his head, who is not as afraid of me as he should be, probably. And another voice-acted dialogue here. What is wrong with that guy, dude? Look at him. Alright, I'm going to see if I can kill him, though, which will be hilarious. Oh, come on. Come here. Perfect! Oh! That had to hurt. He's dead. So yeah, there's lots of little secrets hidden throughout the game, guys. You kind of need to depending on the secret itself, you have to flip certain switches, and it gives you that extra challenge in the game. As far as the game's length goes, I would give the game about a good 4 or 5 hours, depending on your skill and how long you choose to take with the game itself. So one of the gripes I have with this game, guys, is the controls. I don't know if you've noticed this, but there's just times where I kind of just die kind of stupidly. And the reason for that is that, especially in this form right here, you're kind of at the mercy of the controls. Controls are, I want to say oversensitive, but they're just not tight, is the best way to describe it. Your character kind of just flings himself around very quickly. And in a puzzle platform, when you're trying to avoid buzzsaws and lasers and all that good kind of stuff, that's the cat, by the way, it's going to end the level. When you're trying to avoid buzzsaws, lasers, spikes, and all that kind of crazy crap, tight controls are kind of, important. And trust me, I know I've been playing the game for a while, so I've kind of gotten used to it. But it can be very, very frustrating at times, guys. Hold on. I think I have to jump and switch forms. Hold on. Jump, switch forms, and strike. There we go.
Log file 008.
This is another voice lock thing. These are just little tidbits in the story, basically trying to get you into the game itself here. Come down here, smash all these guards to death. This is my favorite character right here, by the way. I don't know why. Every time I see her, she just makes me laugh. And I love watching her, like, depending on what's in front of her, just walk to her doom. She'll walk into lasers, buzzsaws, anything to get away from me and then be a zombie. But I'm not going to turn into a zombie. I'm just going to kill her. So yeah, the controls just have issues. And not just necessarily in this form. Like in the normal form here, there's just certain times that the controls, like you have to like jump over a ladder over a laser, for instance. And it can get very, very difficult. So I just, yeah, this is the best way to describe it. Even like this jump right here. This jump right here is extremely difficult. But I've been playing the game for a while, so I kind of gotten used to the kind of the way it kind of throws you about. But I can imagine how some people might get frustrated from that kind of thing. And it just, the controls are very, I want to say, sensitive. You basically push left, you're flying left. You push left, you're flying left. And it just, in a platformer, that can get a little hard. Depending on the situation. It's not necessarily game breaking. It's just frustrating because you know, depending on where you are, you might have to repeat an entire point of the board, and you have to go, unless you don't have a checkpoint, start from the beginning all over again. So like I say, it can just get frustrating at certain points in times. Okay, you know what? Nom! Alright. Sorry. I had to eat her. She was annoying me. I don't think there's any way I can get to that. Unless I throw myself at it and then... No, there's no way. Hold on. Nope. She also has like... Oh, she has like this Hulk smash ability. Hey, look at that guy hiding back there. That's kind of funny. Nice. I didn't notice that guy before. So yeah. As far as the reason why the levels look so wacky, by the way, it's, you know, it's not supposed to be taking itself too seriously here, guys. Oh, okay. So that's how we got access to this. Oh, smash. Okay. So that's in case we want to get back really quickly. We can just, instead of having to go through all that jumping now, we can just go like, oh, okay, here we go. Or, I actually don't know what the point of this all was. Because it seems like it's certainly safer to go the other way. Maybe an alternative route? I'm not really sure. It's there, though. It's part of the game. You can go that way if you like and somehow figure out how to get over that buzzsaw. God dang freaking buzzsaw. Yeah, so the level design, I think, are pretty good, though. I think the levels are really designed very well. And as far as the puzzler aspect goes, I think it does a very good job. Sometimes to the point, a little too good of a job, if you know what I'm saying. Sometimes it can get very, very difficult, depending on the board that you're on. More voice acting here. As far as the humor factor goes, like it's funny, it's cute. I haven't laughed all that much, but that could just because it's just not necessarily like my cup of tea as far as humor goes. There is parts that I thought were kind of funny. I think the designs of characters are kind of funny, but as far as like the voice acting goes, it's never made me go ha ha, you know. All right, so that's one of those areas that I don't remember how to get past. Let's see here. So we jump here. Oh, we just drop down. That's why. We ignore him. That's why. And then we get to the kitty and it teleports away. Meow. So that's basically kind of the first area. I'm not exactly sure how many levels there are. Like I said, though, you'll probably get a good 4 or 5 hours of gameplay out of this, depending on your skill and how good you are at the game. There's a couple bugs to be aware of. Nothing. There was like one bug where I got stuck behind a file cabinet. I kind of infinitely died over and over again. I had to restart the entire level over again. That was a little frustrating. But like other than that, and the edge issue where you're kind of just any kind of edge can practically kill. That looks hilarious. Just pushing it with her head. There really isn't that many bugs I can kind of say or point out, but they are out there. So just keep that in mind. I don't remember how... Oh, you know what? I don't think I ever beat this level. Or I don't think I ever went this way, I should say. This is not necessarily how you beat this level, by the way. How you beat the level is going downwards by hitting a switch somewhere around here. I forget where it is, though. You know what? Oh, God Lord! Gosh, stupid... Oh, zombies. Nom, 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 nom. Okay. Alright, that's what you do. You take out that, and then you do that, and then you can head downwards. But because I never did manage to get this secret up here. And like I said, there's just a lot of secrets, there's a lot of little hidden nits and crannies in each level, which is a pretty cool thing. I think it adds a little bit of replay value to certain levels, which is very nice. I wish there was a checkpoint up here to make this a little bit faster. I probably just need to stop rushing it. Okay, cool. And this is one of those areas I was talking about where this guy's controls aren't necessarily at their height here. And you kind of just need to... You know what? If I could... Oh, there we go. Really? That's what was behind that buzzsaw. Oh, I thought there would be a switch back there or something. You know, something useful. Oh, well. There is Steam achievements in the game, Steam cards, all that good steamy stuff if you're looking for that type of thing. I know that is certainly important to some people. I'm going to try to get past these buzzsaw laser things. I don't want to get stuck on this part. Oh, God. Okay, I'm going to give it one more go. And if I can't get it, then I'm just going to skip it and we'll beat the board. And then we'll probably call the video here, guys. Okay, so laser... Ladder up. Yeah, that's good. Okay. Buzzsaw. 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 Okay, this is the part where... Are you freaking kidding me, dude? Why does the edge of that beam kill me? That's frustrating. I want a good shot at that freaking ladder up there. And if it'll be the last thing I do in this video, which it probably may very well be, that's fine. Stupid. Oh. Okay, good. Now, okay, wait. Don't. Go, go, go. Go, go. Oh, yes, I made it. Okay, don't get cocky. Oh, my God. We're going to wait for them all to head down there, and then we're going to run. Yes, perfect. I don't think I've ever managed to get this far before. I'm going to become him and then just... Okay, there we go. There's like absolutely no jumping involved here. Okay. I don't think I've ever made it here before.
How do you stop a mindless creature from creating brains? What the heck? What's that?
That was definitely one of the harder challenges in the game right there, guys. Oh, this one too. This one's a pain in the butt.
Once you've rescued this next cat,
That's the... I don't know how to describe that person. He's helping you?
but you're a will
Balls. You're probably going to see me die here like 100 times, by the way. This was insanely difficult to pass. Because just this guy's jumping is not the most controllable thing in the world, like I said. But again, I'm not sure if that was done on purpose or not. I'm going to wait. There we go. There we go. That's how I got over it last time. All right. Fantastic. Doing pretty good so far, I have to say. This is one of those areas I was talking about, like ladders, and you have to jump over things, but we're nearing the end of the level now. So that's the good news. Die. And we got the cat. And we'll kill ourselves for the kicks of it. So that's, you get the good idea. I'm not going to play anymore. This level has, each level has like a final stage, and it's probably a little bit more difficult than the rest. I'm not exactly sure how many rooms or stages there are. But like I said, I know it's not too long, but there is challenge mode too, which adds more to the game itself, basically. Once you beat the main storyline mode, basically, you can play the challenge mode, and you can get all that good kind of stuff, guys. So to wrap this video up, guys, yes, 3 Dead Zed has some loose nuts and bolts here and there, but I still feel the game is, you know, all tongue-in-cheek, and it's not to be taken too seriously. You know, just relax, play the game, have fun. Yes, they need to tighten up the controls a bit and maybe fix a few glitches here and there, but I think people will still enjoy this title and have fun with it. The character design is funny, the story, it's cute. The levels are definitely challenging and will frustrate the balls out of you. But again, I'm not sure if that's out of design or just because of the controls. In all, though, I would say buy the game when it's on sale for sure. If I had any wishes for this game, it would be maybe a level editor just to get a little bit more bang for my buck. But you know, what do I know, right? Big thanks to the developer for a chance to review this title. Thank you for watching. Remember to subscribe, and I'll keep bringing you awesome games, guys. Till next time, play more indie games.